Hello, this is Shawn, and today, if you're a buyer or seller, this is your reminder that poise is everything. So there's a big difference between being confident and ready versus needy and desperate. Think about from a seller or buyer standpoint, or for that matter, any human interaction. When are you ever received well when you're coming from a position of being desperate? Whether you're trying to attract a mate or a seller trying to attract a buyer, when you're desperate, really no one is motivated to take action. In fact, they're trying to find something to replace that's better. That's pretty well always in human interaction what you're going to get. So the last thing you want to do as a seller, for example, is to come across as desperate. And I got to tell you, I made an appointment yesterday to show a home. I was working with the buyer, and this is what reminded me that I needed to make this video so that people are aware of this. Because once I made the appointment, I got a follow-up before I even showed the house to my buyer from the listing agent, and this home had been on the market for a while. And the follow-up was basically, thanks so much for showing the house. Just to let you know, the seller is extremely motivated and is really, without saying the word desperate, please bring us an offer, anything. They're ready to work with your buyer and make a great deal and throw an allowance and that sort of thing. But they came across as absolutely desperate. And so before I even show the home, I would be updating my buyer and telling them this. This is the last thing that you would ever want to do versus having a position of poise and confidence, because it's important to understand that in the way of human mindset, people are motivated by fear of loss, not by opportunity to gain. I don't know why that is, but the vast majority of people are motivated by fear of loss. So when you're in a position of desperation and you need something, that is an opportunity to gain for a buyer. They're going to be repelled by that versus your position being confident and strong, even if you've been on the market a long time and maybe just reduce the price a little bit or not. It's extremely important that your position is, hey, we could sell it anytime. We feel confident. And I've tried both ways as a real estate professional, and I've tried the other way and did big bonuses and bonuses to the buyer and all these different things and set up and made it look like we were very needy. And it just never goes over well. So all the time when I'm representing my clients, it always goes better to be confident and that at any time this could happen and we feel good about our position, and that itself is going to set the tone for how things go. Now, if you're on the other side of the transaction, you're a buyer. Think about if you're in a house, and remember, and agents, please remind your buyers when you're walking around the house that there's cameras everywhere, so you do not want to give up your position, because now you can be taken advantage of if you're a buyer that's, say, desperate because they've got to have this house. This is the one we've been looking. I've never found one like this one. This is the one I got to have. Now you can expect that all sellers are going to take very good, they're going to take advantage of your position. So you can't afford to show that. And so that's what it can look like as a buyer, showing your desperation. Whereas you can be confident and, hey, I really like this house. But that doesn't mean necessarily I'm gonna, just do everything to get it, right? So just food for thought. It's much better to have poise and to be confident, and that's gonna set the tone for success at all, or at least getting the highest results. Thanks so much. Have a great day.